Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Evan and this is Sense or Sense. And today I'm coming to you to talk to you about a very new and great way for you to save for your kids via the new Trump accounts that are going to be launched in 2026. Today I want to cover what the Trump accounts are. Secondly, I want to talk about the advantages of them. And then thirdly, let's talk about how they're going to benefit your child in the future, as well as some of the little quirks and features of it. So that's what I want to jump into today. These accounts they're brand new. They came out with the OBBBA, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that was signed into law back in July. That's going to take effect January 1st of 2026. Now, understand something first of all. These accounts are not going to be accessible to you as a consumer to be able to contribute to until July 4th of 2026. So they are going to start being able to be opened in the very beginning of 2026 by the government, but they're not going to allow individual contributions prior to July 4th, 2026. So that's the first thing to take note of. So let's talk about the accounts first of all. So here it says, this is an article I found in Schwab that is really, really beneficial. It summarizes everything and does a good job. You could almost think of a Trump account as a cross between a traditional individual retirement account and a 529 savings account. In brief, these accounts will initially be eligible for after-tax contributions of up to $5,000 a year until the year the beneficiary reaches age 18. Like with an IRA, potential earnings can then grow tax-free, and eligible withdrawals will generally be taxed at the beneficiary's income tax rate. However, withdrawals are generally prohibited until the beneficiary reaches 18, at which point the account will need to be converted to an IRA. So that's a lot of information to unpack. First of all, the biggest thing to understand about this is that you don't have to have earned income. Your child doesn't. So this is basically a way of you as an adult parent to be able to contribute up to $5,000 per year into your beneficiary up to 18 years of age for an after-tax account. So anything that you're putting in this account, please understand that this is after-tax money. You're not going to get a tax deduction. There are some tax deductions for businesses and the government to be able to put money into this, but it's not going to give you a tax deduction as an individual contributor to your child's account. So that's the first thing to understand. Understand when the child turns 18, it says that it needs to be converted to an IRA. So that's also an important point. These accounts are essentially limited to age 18. You can contribute the $5,000 a year up till age 18, and then your child takes basically control of the account, and it needs to be converted to a traditional IRA. The next thing to note is, like with a 529, the beneficiary doesn't need to have earned income to accept contributions, and nearly anyone can contribute to their account. There's no requirement that the proceeds be used for education expenses or any other purpose. So this is really critical. So unlike a 529 plan, you can put this money in these accounts, and the money can then be utilized later in life, preferably after 59 and a half, once it's been converted to a traditional IRA, for any expenses that you might have during retirement. Please understand one other note. This is critical. For the most part, very limited to how you can take these funds prior to age 18. In fact, in most cases, you're not going to be able to access these funds prior to age 18. So please do not think that this is a short-term way of saving additional money for college or for other expenses for your child when they're young. This is mainly supposed to be a way to get a jump start on retirement so that they have an account started well before age 18, in which this money can compound. And one of the big things that's coming up in a few minutes is you're going to see how much that this account can compound by. One of the big benefits of this too is if you're pregnant now, or if you're having a child between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028, a federal grant of $1,000 will establish this account for you. This does not count towards the $5,000 that you can put in this account each year. So in the case that you have a child or multiple children during that time frame, retroactive back to the beginning of 2025, there's going to be an account established with $1,000 from the government already. And actually, this is one of the reasons that got me turned on to this topic today, was that I noticed that Michael Dell, through his Dell I guess you could say, nonprofit organization, he and his wife are going to be giving $6.25 billion to the government to be able to add to this $1,000 federal grant. They're talking about it possibly going up to $1,250 per child born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028, just from his one contribution of $6.25 billion. So there's a chance and likely that other companies are going to come in, give additional money. That's what Trump's hoping that will happen, and they're hoping that they can boost this amount up to a much higher rate than $1,000 for newborns. So understand this. If you don't have a newborn between this range here, you're not going to get the free $1,000 or more dollars from the government, but you can still set these accounts up and fund them with the $5,000 per year. Who is eligible? So any child who hasn't reached the age of 18 during the calendar year and has a Social Security number can have a Trump account. In other words, the beneficiary must be 17 or younger for the entire year to accept the contribution to their account. As noted above, contributions cease in the year the beneficiary reaches 18. So essentially, your child has to be 17 for the entire calendar year in which you're making your last contribution. That's what you need to understand. What are the rules? Individuals can contribute to the account until the year the beneficiary turns 18. The maximum annual contribution will generally be $5,000, but this amount will be indexed to inflation beginning in 2028. So that's good as well. Employers can contribute up to $2,500 to the child of an employee's account tax-free each year. Note, at this time, it appears the employer contributions are included in the overall $5,000 limit. However, there might be additional guidance. So take it with a grain of salt, but if you have an employer that's willing to give money to your child's account, or you're self-employed and you have your own business, right now it's going to count towards the $5,000, but it can be taken, this is critical, it can be taken as a pre-tax write-off for the business. So that's also important to note. Local, state, and federal governments, as well as charities, can contribute tax-free to a child's account as well. Such contributions won't count towards the $5,000 annual limit. So I'm assuming that there will probably be some sort of, possibility for your child to earn scholarships or grants, federal grants, state grants, things like that for certain academics as well as other things. And that's not going to count towards the $5,000 limit, which is fantastic. So contributions to the Trump account won't affect the contribution limits on other tax-advantaged retirement accounts such as IRAs or 401ks. So a child with a Trump account and earned income from a job could theoretically max out their annual IRA contribution and still accept contributions to their Trump account. This is really critical. So if your child works at age 16 and 17, like a lot of kids do to make some extra money, they can make a contribution to an IRA, or you can make a contribution in the IRA up to their earned income in most cases. And you can make this additional $5,000 contribution to their Trump account. So you're effectively, getting a considerable amount of money put into accounts for them that are going to count towards retirement. So funds must be held in these accounts in eligible mutual funds or exchange-traded funds that track a major index. So it's my understanding that these are set up such that you can have some choices, you can make some decisions. I don't know how restrictive they're going to be. That's still, we're going to have to figure that out. But ultimately, you're not going to be able to buy crypto and other, more speculative transactions. The government wants to know that this money is going to be utilized effectively. And this is the way I would do it as a financial planner for, a 30-year plus time horizon, is I would try to get the lowest cost exchange traded funds and mutual funds in that account to benefit them the longest. So what are the tax rules? Contributions will generally be made with after-tax dollars, which means there's no tax deduction for the contributions. Some contributions made by employer, a charity, or government can be with pre-tax dollars. Any potential appreciation or earnings within the account can grow tax-free. I'm not sure. I understand it, that once you convert this account to an IRA, when the child turns 18, your initial contributions are after tax. So there's going to be an after-tax portion of this account, and then the growth and the earnings on that amount is going to be, taxable, just like when you take it out of a traditional IRA. So this is going to be a little bit more complex from the tax perspective. This is more of like a combination of a Roth and a traditional IRA in some regards. So please make sure you contemplate this very hard before you make any distributions in the future. Make sure you check with the CPA with updated laws at the time. What are the withdrawal rates. Generally, no withdrawals are allowed in the Trump account. Once the beneficiary turns 18, the Trump account will need to be converted to an IRA, at which point IRA withdrawal rules will apply. Since the original Trump account could potentially hold two types of savings, after-tax contributions and untaxed earnings from the investments, taxes on withdrawals will depend on what portion of the account is being withdrawn. So this is what I just said. It says after-tax amounts, your contributions that are withdrawn will be tax-free since the taxes have already been paid on these assets. Pre-tax amounts, i.e. any tax-free contributions that are given to you from governments and other things, appreciation or earnings will generally be taxed at the beneficiary's ordinary income tax rate. In addition, it's important to understand that early withdrawals before age 59 and a half may be subject to a 10% penalty. So this is going to function a lot like a combination of a Roth and a traditional IRA in the sense that you have to wait till 59 and a half in a lot of cases to not get the 10% penalty. This is still a great account. Here's the account in action. So it's saying that if you put the $5,000 in from year one until age 18, adjusted for inflation, and assume a reasonable growth rate of 6% by age 18, are you ready for this? The child's account will hold $191,000 in assets, comprised of $108,000 in after-tax contributions, which would no longer be included in the family's estate, which is a whole other topic, and about $83,000 in investment gains. But here's the real critical thing. This is why I think these are so amazing. At that point, the beneficiary would convert the account to a traditional IRA, meaning it would continue to accumulate potential gains on a tax-free basis, even if the beneficiary made no additional contributions to the account. So here we have $191,000 in this example at age 18. If the person waits until they're 59 and a half, or excuse me, until they reach age 60 at 6% growth, that would give them $2.2 million in this account. That is huge, guys. So please understand this. This is why this is such a critical way of saving for your children. And I am going to start recommending this to a lot of my friends and family members, other people I know, because I think that this might be a total game changer for kids nowadays to get ahead. We've been talking about in this world how it's so hard to get ahead. This is a way to get ahead. And then it talks about, what about a Roth conversion after age 18? In this case, any pre-tax sums in the account will generally be taxed at the beneficiary's ordinary income tax rate. After the conversion, potential gains could accumulate in the account tax-free, and withdrawals after age 59 and a half would also be tax-free. This is huge. So here's what you could do. You could make these contributions for your child from the time they're born until age 18. You could have, in this example, $191,000 potentially or more in the account. You could then you could put it into a traditional IRA, and you could start allowing your child to convert those funds in small or large chunks depending on what they're making in their career at that time. And if they're in school, they're probably not making a whole lot. And they can turn this into a mega Roth that could grow to $2 or more million over their lifetime. And they'll only have to pay the taxes on the amount of essentially up here in this example, $83,000 in investment gains in this example. So the other $108,000 is after-tax contributions. That won't be taxed. So you can start seeing how this is massive. If your kid is not making a lot of money, you can start to convert these funds into Roth IRAs after age 18, and you can essentially create what could be a 2.2 or a larger account for your children with almost no or very little taxes owed at a very young age. So please, guys, consider this account. I think this is one of the best accounts. I will bring more information about these accounts as they come available. That's all I really have for now. This is still in the making. You can't contribute again until July 4th of 2026. But this is going to be critical. I wish that I had had this available for my son. He's 8 now, and he's going to miss out on 10 years of contributions because 8 years of contributions because that he'll still get 10 years of contributions, but he'll miss out on 8. This is huge. I will bring more information to you guys as it comes along. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, thanks.